After an absence of 10 months, the cleaning lady made her comeback to Fox on March 25th. Tuesdays are when the show airs at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and fresh episodes may be seen on Hulu the next day. In Suspicious Minds, the 4th episode of Season 4, Thony and Jorge make a relationship-altering choice. The couple marries just before they are taken into custody and taken in for interrogation in order to avoid either of them having to testify. The Cleaning Lady Season 4 has brought in a number of new characters in addition to the main cast, which includes Elodie Yung, Martha Milon, Kate Del Castillo, Santiago Cabrera, Carlin Roman Sanchez, Faith Bryant, and Sean Liu. Cowboy Hat, a shadowy cartel member who serves under Jorge, is portrayed by Brian Norris. Projects like Walker, Perry Mason, The Rookie, Feds, and General Hospital are among Norris's well-known works. In an interview with Screen Rant, Brian Norris discusses his thoughts on the significant wedding turn, Cowboy Hat's feelings toward Thony, the origin of his character, and the episode of the Cleaning Lady Season 4 that he is most excited to see Brian Norris, incredibly. Playing with Elodie Yung and Santiago Cabrera are both extremely fascinating to work with, but the clothing is really the best response I can give you. The coolest thing was that I thought, oh, now I really know what we're doing here, when I arrived for that fitting. It was amazing to be able to try on Scarface attire, as a cowboy would do in Vegas. That rack was incredible. Brian Norris, incredibly. Playing with Elodie Yung and Santiago Cabrera are both extremely fascinating to work with, but the clothing is really the best response I can give you. The coolest thing was that I thought, oh, now I really know what we're doing here, when I arrived for that fitting. It was amazing to be able to try on Scarface attire, as a cowboy would do in Vegas. That rack was incredible. Brian Norris. On the first day, they took me to an Albuquerque haberdashery that is run by two men who, I believe, have been in business for centuries. Bryan Cranston's Heisenberg hat from Breaking Bad was cut by them. As a result, I'm already thinking that traveling there will be the most amazing experience of the year. After that, they made me 2 personalized hats, so it was a very amazing day. Brian Norris. I'm quite secretive. The largest challenge, in my opinion, turned out to be the most enjoyable. With the current state of television, you can often predict what will happen next. There is a ton of backstory to build upon and produce from because the teams have had to come up with a Bible for the entire thing and a response for everything. And it all came down to establishing a mystery. His attachments are different from everyone else's. I didn't have any of the things that other people on this show had, like family or other factors that push them toward duty. Because it wasn't always present overtly, building the life around that was difficult, but it turned out to be the most enjoyable thing in the world. At midnight, I would be sending Dan an email asking, what about this for him? It was a lot of fun. He has distinct attachments than other people. The other people on this show had families and other things that made them feel obligated, but I didn't have any of those things. Building the life around that was challenging since it wasn't always evident, but it ended up being the most delightful thing in the world. I would be emailing Dan at midnight to ask, what about this for him? I had a great time. So, have you developed a particular narrative for Cowboy Hat? You seem to have had some thoughts. Norris. Brian, I certainly have some thoughts that I would prefer to keep under wraps. Throughout the season, I believe you will see all you need to see on film. We disclose a great deal. When I arrived on the set, a few authors approached me and just stated, we have some fun things planned for you, before walking away. What are they? I thought. Thank you for seeing, and please remember to subscribe, like, and share.